Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, sir. We guys, we have a special guest today. Somebody that really likes dinosaurs. Who loves dinosaurs.
Hold on. Get ready. Reptar.
Who's wearing dinosaur reptile fucking socks.
I didn't buy these. My buddy bought me these.
Oh, you're putting not even your girlfriend?
Not even my girlfriend.
Okay.
The dinosaur thing just started.
So okay, guys. Today we have my buddy Easton Gage, and he's been sending me like Instagram posts of dinosaurs. You've been sending me them because apparently you liked.
I liked one picture of a stegosaurus, and it was the stegosaurus from Jurassic Park. It was like I think the page is called Cinema Magic. And it was a scene from Jurassic Park, and I liked that scene. And now, since that day, my entire popular page is just dinosaurs. And you've seen it. It's dinosaurs and then drawings of dinosaurs and dinosaurs mixed with, like, mythical creatures. And then, like, a random chicken nugget will fall through, which is, fun fact, what's the closest relative to the Tyrannosaurus Rex? Chicken.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah, the chicken's the closest relative to the T-Rex. I learned that on Nickelodeon in like 2003.
Okay, because I was about to ask, did you learn that pre-dinosaur Instagram or like?
I learned that during dinosaur Instagram.
Yeah. And here's the thing: right now, with what you're wearing, and then the fact that you have those socks and your hair is like all like messy, and you got like scraggly beard, and we're talking about dinosaurs, you look like like one of those like modern. Crazy scientist.
Right? I look like someone who doesn't have friends.
Yeah. Well, you make your friends. You grow your friends. Like you use you
those
fucking,
like gummy things you would put in water and they would expand and turn it like the grow.
Yeah, but you're so smart. After that, you learn to put in like robotics into them and put in an AI, and now they walk around and it's your best friend.
I would love that. I don't
even know how I came up with that. But you bring out the best in me.
That's what I'm here for.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I'm here for.
Okay, so welcome to the Set Breaker podcast. And today we have a guest. I already said his name, but I'm going to say it again. His name is Easton Gage. And before this off camera, we were like Istanbul Gage.
Istanbul Gage.
Istanbul. So if his middle name was Bull, it'd be Istanbul Gage.
I would have pursued a career in wrestling.
Fuck, you actually look like right now with the hair too. You look like a wrestler right there.
Look like one who gets his ass kicked all the time.
Did you seriously think about wrestling before?
This fun story, only person who knows this is Eric Escobar. My next door neighbor growing up was Sting.
Are you serious?
The wrestlers, but his name was
the bat?
The bat guy, yeah. But his name is Steve. Okay, and so I never put two and two together because he wasn't walking around his front yard in face paint or anything like that. And great guy. He was always traveling for wrestling, obviously. I had no idea what he did. And then one day, he and my dad were talking in the front yard, and he had just this giant gash on his face. I saw him. I was like, oh my gosh, Steve, what happened to you? He said, I got hit in the face with a chair at work. And I went, whoa, what? He was like, yeah, it was just one of my coworkers. He slipped, hit me with it. It happened. So I was like, oh my gosh, what? In my head, what is this guy doing for work? Thought nothing of it, like rowdy party, something like that. Cut to like a couple years later, Steve's in his front yard, broken leg. I said, oh, Steve, you okay? He said, yeah, I fell off a ladder at work. I went, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm in entertainment. And I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he's like a grip or someone, behind the scenes. And then another thing, he was like using a walker for a little bit. Same question, Steve, what happened? I got hit with a chair again at work and, it got me too good. And then I was like, okay, this is weird. He must be a bouncer, something crazy. And then when he originally retired before his comeback, my dad said, hey, Steve just called. He wants you to come over. He's retired from his job. He wants to give you some stuff that he has, like some cool memorabilia. I was like, that's kind of weird, but okay. So I went to his house and he's handing me all this Sting memorabilia. I'm like, yeah, this is Sting. He said, yeah, cool, huh? I said, you know him? He's like, Easton, I am him. I went, what?
Oh shit!
I was like, wait, that makes sense. You're beaten up because you're Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why it's so confusing because it's like my coworker's at work, like he's talking just like we would at like an office job, right? I mean, but it makes sense because that is his profession. Yeah. You know? So that is fucking hilarious.
It's not like he's walking around with, his face paint on.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Or like Kane walking around with the mask on at all times.
Choke slamming people.
Yeah. But now, I mean, imagine if he did that today as the realtor that he is.
Is Kane a realtor? Realtor.
Last I checked, I think he was doing that. Yeah.
You will buy this house.
Yeah.
You will buy this house.
Yeah. Well, no, he wouldn't say anything. He'd just look at you.
That's true.
His brother Undertaker would come in.
But when Kane removed his mask, remember that whole spiel?
That was yeah.
I got scared when I was a kid. I was like, no, this can't be happening. He's an actual man.
Yeah. Without eyebrows though.
Because why did I know like that whole story was like Undertaker burned his house down, like their parents' house, and Kane was still in it. That's the whole backstory for you WWE non-followers. And when he removes his mask, he still like had ash marks on his face. Like he had never washed his face.
Like 20 years later.
20 years later.
He's like, this is for the memory.
Yeah, this is permanent smoke.
And Undertaker's like, Kong. Well, he doesn't make noises, but yeah, I mean,
it was good eye roll though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you asked me earlier.
Oh yeah, this is good.
The weekend.
Right? Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
2 months alone now.
You've been single for 2 months. That's good. That first month is easy. The second month, you're like, oh, what?
Well, it's because like the first month, you're kind of going off of this like weird adrenaline rush high of like we're not together, and I'm free to do stuff, but then you still don't fully recognize you're not together. And in the second month, you start to realize it, but then like I didn't get more sad. It was just more like I felt like if I get rejected from somebody, then I think of her, right? Because you go back to the comfort, like, right? You know what I mean?
Know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So I was at this meetup on Valentine's Day. It was for singles, and there was like
not like a key party.
I don't know what that is. What's
like a swingers party where you all throw your keys into a giant bowl, and then whoever's keys you grab, you go home with that.
I'm gonna look for that now.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Well, now that I'm single and I know myself more doing this type, stand up and all that shit.
Of course.
I have something to excite people with. So I'll be like, in the key, like, wait, so who are you? What do you do? I'm like, I'm a comedian. I'm an actor. Wow, that's interesting. And she's looking at my dick. I'm like, and then looks back up at my face.
Wait, she did this happened at the party? Or
no, that's what I imagine happening. I imagine at the key party that you bring up, I imagine that happening. I mean, like, it's interesting though when you do catch a female. Like, look,
that was my life. Just my phone and my keys and my dignity.
Yeah, just everything you need right there. Like, it was like, your girlfriend's like, what happened to you? But isn't it interesting? Like every once in a while when you catch like a woman like look down at your crotch for like a second and back up at your face. That doesn't happen to me often, but it's happened to me a few times.
I don't think I've ever had that happen.
I think
even my doctor, when I
know.
got a physical, she just made eye contact the whole time.
The whole time she's just touching, she's just like touching her balls, just looking, making eye.
Cough. Shouldn't you be looking? Just cough.
That's kind of weird, dude. The last time I had a physical like that, I think like 10 years ago or more, this old Korean man with cold hands, like, had me pull down my pants halfway down my thighs, so it was still like around my, like when kids pee.
Oh yeah,
like that almost, but not like all the way to my ankles,
right above the knee.
Yeah, right above the knee, and then he like reaches down. It felt extra like he's violating me because the pants were still up. So he's digging in my pants, and then he's like, touching my balls, and his hands are cold and like, like kind of rough. And then in the far corner of the room, there's an Indian nurse just staring at us, just watching the whole time. And I just felt
Who'd you make
really
eye contact
uncomfortable.
with?
I think I just looked up, like, you know, right? Like,
Yeah, of course.
just like kind of like when somebody, like another guy, helps you with your tie that you don't know because early on you don't know how to.
Of
you know,
course,
do your tie.
yeah.
And then where are you gonna look when he's like in front of you, like doing it for you?
At his hands or
Do you-
yeah,
eye contact again? You know, like just.
You just want to
Yeah,
kiss
you
him.
just kind of like look around, like, you know, you look left, right, and you like look up and all that stuff.
Sweating's gonna rock, right?
Because I mean, like, I think I know it's happened to you, but you just don't pay attention to that stuff like I do, because I'm very needy and I need validation a lot. So I look for stuff like that.
Well, you're great. Let me tell you that. You are great.
You know what I wanted you to say next? It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's
You want
not your
Robin
fault.
Williams?
Yeah. That's
Stop it, man.
dude. Every time I watch that scene in what is it? Forrest Finding
Goodwill.
Hunting.
Fuck Forrest Nemo.
Yeah, Forrest. Dude, that shit makes me cry every fucking time.
Oh, it's
every
incredible.
damn time.
Your father put cigarettes out on. That's an Adam
Yeah.
Sandler accent.
Oh, I say, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Hey, you know, what are you fucking? He's like, it's not your fault. I was like, what? Get out of here. It's like, it's not your fault. It's like, hey, it's not your fault. What are you doing here? You know,
That was good. You should put that on your reel.
that right there, where I got Adam Sandler at the end, right there. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, then you get my little Nicky Adam Sandler impression at the end. Popeye's chicken.
Oh, yeah. He goes,
Release the evil.
Yeah.
I had a Game Boy game of Little Nicky.
They had that?
It was the worst game in the world.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was complete shit.
I'm sure.
Yeah. You had a Game Boy?
Oh, yeah.
What was your Game Boy game?
My go-to? Paperboy.
Oh, shit. That's the old shit. That's like the Nintendo shit.
What my dad bought me. He said, here, enjoy yourself.
He was like, oh, yeah, I remember
This
that.
is going to teach you discipline. This is going to teach you.
he's like, son, I want you to wake up every day at 5 a.m. and play Paperboy. Right?
And did you play the game? There was one part in every level where a serial killer would chase you with a knife.
Yeah.
And I just thought I could never be a paperboy if there's guys like this out there.
Yeah.
But you went to a mixer. I digressed. I digressed because I brought up the key party.
No,
I apologize.
No, don't apologize because I'm literally gonna search for that now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I haven't had sex in 2 months. But anyway, so
That's good.
no, it actually is good because you learn more about yourself. But anyways, we can get into that later. But the mixer. So I go to the mixer or the Valentine's Day singles thing, and then I park. I'm there 15 minutes early.
You stayed in your car for
I
15 minutes?
stayed in my car for 15 minutes.
Naturally.
You know, so I could also like relax a bit. But then you have an adrenaline rush, so you just kind of lay there, just like, fuck, why am I here? I should just go. And that's what I did for 15 minutes, just back and forth, back and forth. And I get in line, and there's already a long line. And then I make friends with the two desperate men, you know, and then immediately they feel comfortable with me because you know when you're really nervous somewhere, you kind of latch on to people you feel comfortable with.
The energy you attract, yeah.
And I kind of made a mistake because they started following me everywhere for like the first 30 minutes.
How old were they?
Oh, they were like at least 40.
Oh, that's error number one.
Yeah, and they kept trying to talk to me the whole time. So especially in line when there was like an attractive girl behind me, or behind the guy that was behind me that was talking to me, and I was like, oh, I should talk to her. But then they would cut in and talk to me. And
Mike, stop talking to her. What you were saying earlier was what? That's what they were doing, stuff like that. Like you'd be in conversation and go, Mike, hey, Mike, we're right here. What are you talking to her for?
Yeah, they would like cut in or join in. And throughout the whole time, like, and then I get inside, and then there's this weird energy because it was kind of weird because, you know, on a daily basis, if you're single, at least you kind of, you know, see if you find someone attractive, you kind of see, oh, are they into me a little bit, right? But then when you're at a place where you're kind of supposed to, quote unquote, find somebody, there's this pressure, right? And it gets weird because things that I would say that normally wouldn't make a woman feel like I'm being forward, in a place like that, I could come off as potentially creepy. And even me, I feel like I have to find somebody because I'm there. And all I wanted to do was just like, you know, maybe like see if I vibe with somebody. So everybody's kind of desperate. And it's this strange like sexual tension slash like, is this consensual? Like not consensual, but like this weird energy.
Did you have to pay for this?
Yeah, I did. It was like
that's where some of the pressure lies.
100%. That's where a lot of it lied too.
I paid X amount of dollars. If I don't meet someone, what the heck? Then
I wasted my time, and I'm a loser because it's Valentine's Day. Because originally I was gonna stay home and just like edit videos, and I would have been fine with that. But I was like, you know what? Just try.
Yeah, why not?
Experiment, And we had to play this game where they said they'd have like 2 icebreakers, and I was like, well, I don't really care about that too much, but fine. And then it's a thing where you put a sticker on your bag, and then it says like a thing or a place or a person, like iPhone, and then you have to ask questions to find out what you are.
Okay.
Am I a thing? Can you plug me in? Stuff like that. And we fucking played that shit for like 2 hours, and I was getting so annoyed.
Oh, I bet.
I was getting so fucking annoyed. I would like I would literally walk up to people, and then we'd do it for like 10 seconds. And I'm like, dude, honestly, I fucking hate this game. I would just say that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why we're playing this. And then almost every single one of them said, I don't know, I love it. I just wanted one person that was attractive to agree with me.
Okay. And none did?
None did.
Well, attractive people suck.
They do, huh?
They're not cool.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
You want personality.
I really do. I've dated people that were just like, just looks, and
they're a wet blanket in real life.
Very much so, wet blanket. Boring. Yeah. But I mean, to sum it up, because I don't want to like talk too much about it because it was whatever, honestly. But I immediately though right away, I did meet this woman who was like a little bit older, maybe like 38 or something, but she was very attractive, and then I loved her vibe, and then I was trying to be a leading man, so I'm like, hey, let's go over here.
Nice.
And then we talk in the corner in the seat alone, and then 2 guys come by the 2 that I talked to earlier, and they're like trying to talk to us, and I'm like, do you see what is going on here? Right? And we're vibing, and then finally, because I ignore them, they leave, and then she's like, hey, did you come with those guys? And I said, no, I didn't. I don't know them. I just met them in line. And she was like, well, I mean, they seem to really know you. You sure they're not your friends? And she was being suspicious.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I just met them in line.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And then I was trying to get defensive, and she's like, okay, I guess you're a magnet. And then I'm like, yeah. And from there, it started getting weird. And then she said, hey, I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back.
She didn't be right back, huh?
I learned this 10 years ago. I know what that meant.
Yeah.
That's a nice way of saying I'm done with you.
Okay.
So instead of sitting there, because before I would sit there for like 20 minutes just waiting and on my phone.
The line is ridiculous at this bar.
Yeah, like, damn. I hope she can get a drink soon. Right? And then so I got up, and then I just left and started talking. And then, long story short, then I was talking to somebody, and I thought she was pretty cute. And then, turns out we're both like, actors and stuff. And I got a number, and
nice.
We're going to hang out on Wednesday. So we'll see. It's just very casual. I'm not even like, normally I'm like, I got to get played.
Of course.
But it's just like, I just want to see.
You're going to hang out on Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to miss Brudas?
Yeah.
Dude,
I forgot.
Dude, you've changed since this mixer.
Oh, well, guess who was at Brothers last weekend? Who was not there?
Dude, I was at...
Now you're making excuses.
I was at... God bless you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Easton.
You got the girl's number.
Yeah.
You're going on a date.
Yeah.
You're going on a hangout. Let's not call it a date, because a date
because it's pressure. Yeah, we're going to go to a karaoke bar. The main reason why I hit her up is because now I'm doing a thing where it's like, well, you impress me. Like, instead of, because I'm a people pleaser. That's what we do.
I know
right?
you are.
Yeah.
No, I know this just from like being with you at mics and stuff. You're making sure everyone's happy, whoever you're talking to. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know that.
I don't know if you do that or like consciously or not, but watching you, like the other day, you and John were talking, John Taylor.
Yeah.
And you guys were just having the best time. And it wasn't forced or anything. It was just this natural thing. And then you spoke to Jay for like half a second that night, and there was an interaction of smiles and laughs, and like everyone you go to is happy when they see you. So I get that. And then for some reason, whenever I see you, I'm just like, fuck this guy. How does he get the first spot every week?
Because I'm there an hour early and you live fucking far from there, right?
I do.
Yeah. Is that fuck? I didn't even know like that. It's like that. Like it's noticeable like that.
To me, it is.
Yeah, because I don't because what I do think when I go to each person is I just want to make them smile and then like break their pattern if they look like kind of dead. Mm-hmm. I just want to like as soon as I can sense that they're in that they got out of the lane of blah to like, hey, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Then I just leave.
And it's good that you do that at Brutta's because, you know, a lot of the people there are working on their stuff and they get too in their head about it. At least I do.
I do too.
I'm always like, wow, I see a little straggler right here. I always... I always just tell myself like a second before I go on stage, you're a fucking loser. And
drinking water.
That's how I get out of it, is only when I see you.
So is it, this is interesting because you're the first person to bring this up in the stand-up community world or actually period that noticed that. So what does it look like when I do that? Is it gross?
No, it's natural. It looks like
because that's just me. Like
you just look like you're actually invested into a conversation.
Okay.
You know, like you can watch someone talk to someone else and be like, wow, that person wants to leave that conversation so bad, but it's like you actually are there for the ride. You're buckled in.
Let's go on a road trip.
Let's do it.
Fuck it, man.
I'm thinking Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah. Meth capital of the world.
Round them up, baby.
Yeah.
Get your hoses ready. We're tying off.
Can't wait for everybody to think I'm Chinese over there. Because there's a lot of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. So.
Because you're white.
Duh. Listen to me speak. You know, I've had people tell me when they talk to me on the phone that they thought I was like Mexican.
What?
I don't know.
Do you answer with hola?
I don't. Maybe they're like, oh, you sound like I don't know. That I don't even know why I brought that up. But anyways,
no, but it's funny because people think I'm a chick when I answer the phone. So it's I get that.
Are you?
Oh yeah. Oh, up until about 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. Mrs. Gage? No. Easton? Oh.
You know what? I think it's because you have like this like bouncy air of in like when you talk, but your voice isn't like female pitch.
It's pretty femme though.
Yeah, but not in terms of the register.
Why? Thank you for that.
Yeah.
It's pretty femme. Femdom.
Have people ever thought you were gay before?
Oh my gosh. My dad asked me once if I was gay. My dad's asked me multiple times.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Like it's okay. Like that type of talk.
Well, like he was just like I said once, I went, man, I'd fuck Tom Hardy. And my dad was like, what? I went, I just like his abilities. That's what I would do. You know? Like if Tom Hardy's abilities were there and they said, Easton, have sex with us, I'd be like, okay, but go back into Tom now so I can get the full experience. No, my dad asked me once when I had a girlfriend. He said, is that like a cover up? I went,
are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
He asked you that?
I didn't know if he was serious though. That was the thing, but I was like, and it was funny because he was sitting in the front seat and I was in the back seat and no one was in the passenger seat. And I was like 19. I don't know why I was sitting in the back. I felt like a little kid moment. Like I just like got suspended. He did the whole like review mirror. Son? Father? Father Gage? Yeah, no, I've had people ask me if I was gay before. I used to think back before I knew vocabulary and like you could actually look words up instead of just hearing them. People used to call me metrosexual all the time. And I immediately assumed, was like, that's another form of homosexual. That's like the next level. I'd be like, I need to figure this out. But I guess that just means well-dressed and you care about your appearance. But I was modeling at the time when people called me metrosexual.
How old were you when you were doing that?
When I was modeling, I modeled from 17 to 23.
I can see that.
Yeah. I was starving all the time. And then around 23, I went, you know what? I need an Oreo and I need to eat it without feeling guilty about myself. But yeah.
So how self-conscious were you during
I'm
that time?
still self-conscious.
But back then when you were modeling versus now.
Gosh, dude. My agent called me fat once right after I had just done a body shoot for Abercrombie. Used to be on Abercrombie. Just finished. I was, not to toot my own horn, I was shredded. I go to my agent's office and he went, ugh, you look awful. I was like, what? I'm so hungry. He said, you look fat. I was like, you could count the muscles in my stomach, not just like, I was shredded.
And like the ribs too, right?
Oh,
Rib
I had the
muscles,
serratus, I had the obliques, I had the V, and now it's, I looked great, but I wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy shredded. Like those guys you see in bodybuilding shows, they're not healthy. They're dying on stage. They're dehydrated. They have no nutrients in them for the like past couple days. They starve themselves to, no water in them.
Because they need to be as tight as possible.
100%. Yeah. And that's how I would look a couple months out of the year. And then at one point I was like, this is not worth it. But back to the metrosexual gay comment, during that time, there was a lot of this stuff. People would be like, oh, I can't believe you're wearing that. That's gay. I'm like, that's ignorant. That's stupid for you to assume someone's sexuality based off of what they wear. Like how...
What were you wearing?
I mean, a licorice G-string, but that's it.
The fuck is a licorice?
It's a G-string made of licorice. You can buy them at Universal Studio City Walk. You can.
Okay. Well, that's something I will try later.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wednesday.
Wednesday. I might. Yeah.
Then not even for her, for you. You just buy it and eat it in the car when you get there. I told 15
you
minutes early.
Everything in 2020 is for me. Impress me. Or I'm wearing this for me. I don't care what you're wearing.
100%. I don't care. Wear what you're comfortable in. I do apologize wearing this. I noticed my bleach stain right when I pulled.
You know what's funny? I literally did not notice that until you brought it up.
Oh, what?
I did not even like. I was thinking, oh, that's cool. It looks comfortable. It's like nice.
You want to touch it?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah. You're fucking buff, by the way. I barely touched your arm, and that shit was solid.
I was flexing. I was flexing so hard. I was flexing so. Hey, do you want to touch it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, so in the stand-up community world, right? Most of them do not exercise.
None of them.
Right.
Do. There's a select few who do.
Yeah. And me, I'm not a big guy, but like I'm like pretty lean and stuff.
You're in shape.
I'm in shape, and that's what kind of helped me keep doing it. The first like 4 months when I wanted to quit was that ego of, well, at least like maybe I could beat these people up. Like if they wanted to if they wanted to fight me,
I could win.
Not that I would actually want to fight them, but
of course not.
It's you just make up shit in your head to try to feel relevant,
to justify yourself.
Yeah, just to feel like I belong here. Yeah. Like they're funnier than me, but at least I could fuck them up.
But that's like every guy's like. We're wired that way. You ever notice like first time someone walks in a room that you haven't seen a dude, you think, all right, am I going to fuck him up or would he fuck me up? That's like just how we're registered for some reason. And if you find me a guy who says he doesn't do that, he's a liar. Because I mean, even when my dad walks in the room, if it's a rough day for him, I go, I could get him today.
Yeah,
I could get him.
He looks a little dehydrated. I think he'll gas out. And then I could finish him off with the fucking uppercut.
Oh man,
or some shit. But it's true. We do that, and you're right. Any guy that, and here's the other thing that I've been reading this book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, and I read it since
by Alice Cooper.
No, it's by Robert A. Glover.
Okay,
and it's all about how there's men out there such as myself who like to talk like they're really nice guys and act like they're different than other men. Like, oh no, I respect women in the sense of I don't want to just fuck them. I just want to get to know them only. Or like or they just give and act like they do it out of generosity, but they kind of expect something back because like that's how they were wired from childhood. Like if I do this, then I'll get this, like love or whatever it may be. For me, it's like a love thing, but so that ties in with the. Why did I bring that up? What was the last thing you said?
No more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck my dad up. Uppercut finisher.
Right before that, it was right before that.
What you said or what I said? You were talking about how in your first 4 months you didn't quit because the discipline of being in shape.
So, damn, I already forgot the point of it. But anyways, like I'll just say this. So like I've been doing this for the past few weeks where I realized, oh, I'm a bullshitter. Like that's what I would do in a relationship. Like I would like give stuff and then not ask for my needs. Like if I need something, I wouldn't ask. I would like expect that. They call it a covert contract.
Okay. And
that's something that I've done my whole life, and that's what I've been working on getting rid of, because that's just not healthy. Because that will destroy all my future relationships. And it's not like super prevalent in my friendships, but the closer I get to certain people, it's kind of there, but it's nowhere near what I would do in a relationship.
You're saying the expectations you have of someone to automatically know what you want in a certain moment,
because I do things for them
without saying that. So you've shown your gratitude and your ability to give without being asked. Do you expect that in return?
Yeah,
dude, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, am I with you on that?
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You do that?
I feel like that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's tough to not feel that way. I know what you mean. It's like, well, what the fuck? I just towed your car, or I can't tow a car. I don't know shit.
But it's to
example.
that, like yeah, I did this for you. You didn't ask me to, but I did it out of the kindness of my heart, all 100% out of my own unconditional love. But deep inside, it's, well, this is gonna, make them care about me more, or they'll, because we think that it's gonna make them treat us better. But but how would they know? Like they didn't ask us, so it's like the book talked about how over time we build up a resentment because of that.
Yeah.
And that happened in my relationship too. I mean, of course, overall it was toxic. However, I added to the toxicity by doing that, because I went into it trying to fix somebody, and you resent the person you're trying to fix. Because at first they think you're doing it out of kindness of your heart, and it's really not. It's just to make yourself feel validated, right? So literally, I'm starting the book over. I just finished it. I learned so much about myself. I was like, holy shit! And it stems from, a lot of times it could be because the boy went through abuse, like physical abuse, or like the father didn't show emotion to them, or made them feel like kind of worthless. And that's what my dad did. So I would tell myself, which I learned from the book, that I'm going to be not him. I'm going to be so opposite of him. Like I'm not going to be controlling. I'm not going to be like aggressive. I'm not going to be this, that. Things that a lot of men kind of, we have, like it's a part of us, right? Like instinctually and biologically, even from fucking years of evolution. And by doing that, we kind of castrate ourselves. And then we don't know how to ask for what we need, and we feel like we're not deserved of that. So we do like these little things, like we were talking about earlier, like these covert contracts to get people to do what we want, which is essentially just pure manipulation, and it's unhealthy. And that's how I've been operating for 30 years of my fucking life. I'm fucking 30, my whole goddamn life, and I'm like literally working on rewiring that, and it's gonna take a long time, and it's been fucking me up internally to where I'm like, who am I at certain points? Yeah.
You've discovered that.
Finally, yes.
But you've discovered it. People go forever. And never discover it, and then they're, Citizen Kaneing themselves on their deathbed going Rosebud, and you never really tackled that inner demon that has been limiting you from your ultimate potential of relationships and future careers and comedy. Like you're opening up this whole new mindset and thought process of, this is who I am, that's who I was, this is where I'm going to be. That whole linear train of thought, like the past, present, future. you've tackled it at 30 through self-evaluation and a little help from No More Mr. Nice Guy, but through self-evaluation, because you said, I've noticed this the past couple weeks. I think that's impressive.
No, I appreciate that.
I think that's very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, because I was like, because I would write about it, so I journal every day, and right after
Very
the breakup
healthy.
too, there would be days where I would just stay home like alone and just write anytime I felt anything. And one day I wrote like 12 pages single space
That's beautiful.
of just like thoughts, and I'm like, it wasn't just her, it was a lot me, and I was like, I gotta figure this out because I noticed something wrong, and every relationship I've been in has been extremely toxic. I don't know what it's like to be in a healthy relationship at all, and I was desperate to change that. So, and I'm still, I want to change that. So that's why I did that. But yeah, you it seems like something resonated with you when I brought that up.
Oh, well, it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, I used to do the whole going couple minutes back to you saying you were doing things for people and expecting it in return without asking for it. In college, I was in love with this one girl that I went to school with, and I thought the feelings were mutual, and I was doing everything for her. And then like the smallest things that I would need help with, like it would be obvious I needed help with something, whether it be someone to just stay up with me as I write a paper, or someone to go with me on an errand, something, just the smallest things and she would never volunteer, but like at the drop of a hat, I would be there for her. And I just remember thinking to myself one night, it was so sad. I was just laying in bed thinking about it, and I started crying. And I was like, I am pathetic that I am letting this individual, who is a good person, but I was so infatuated with her that I stopped being Easton, and I became just this desperate little bitch for her attention because I thought, oh, she is perfect. She's everything I want. When she wasn't. She was what I thought I wanted. And I remember crying in my room. I'm just crying. And it was pretty loud.
Like it was like sobbing. You were sobbing.
I was sobbing.
Yeah.
My roommate opened the door. He looks at me and he said, "Shut the fuck up. This isn't you." Because he's one of my best friends.
That's a
forever.
That's a good friend right
He
there.
said, "This isn't you. Shut the fuck up." I went, "I love her." He said, "I don't care. If she's here when I'm here, there's going to be issues. You're better than this." And I went, "I know." I know. I love her. And then it was that next morning. I went into the kitchen. He was making eggs. He went, "You good?" I went, I am. Because I needed that reality check from an outside source of, you're not you anymore. Because he knew me before I met this chick in my class. And then, hard eye Easton everywhere. I was a fucking whipped bitch, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I would ditch a class to go help her with something.
Oh shit! Damn you.
Whipped.
So
And then it's that journey of, I need to understand what I want as an individual, and I need to understand not everyone's wired like I am, where I'm just going to, okay, I'm going to do this because I see you need the help, and I'm going to help you, and I don't want anything in return. That's a hard thing to understand, but I needed to do that because some people just don't think that way. Doesn't make them a bad human. It's just how we're wired. And when you were bringing all that up, it's like, man, Easton, you were such a bitch in college. I wasted like 2 years of college being whipped.
I was in a 2-year thing like that too, where I would do all that. I'd be on the phone with her all night, just laying with her until she fell asleep. She's like, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, and I'm like, it's okay, baby, I'm here for you. I'm here.
Oh, the amount of times I did
Every night, dude. It was just like, here's the thing, like, we think a woman's going to respect us more if we do those things for them, but they actually don't. They actually want the man to keep staying on his path and doing what he needs, and prioritizing himself. Even if they complain and say, hey, like, why are you so busy today? We can't hang out. And it's like, I have to do this. Like, this is part of my work, versus if you said, okay, you know what, I'll put my work to the side, I'll just hang out with you. Over time, as they push that line forward, that boundary forward, and you can't put your foot down, they completely lose respect for you.
Well, yeah.
You know?
And I would do the same if it was one of my buddies and I was doing that with one of my, I mean, just anyone. You see that and you're like, oh, dude, I've got you wrapped around my finger and you're now my bitch. And you can do that with anyone, but especially when it's someone you're trying to pursue in a relationship and this new form of communication and energy that you want with an individual to possibly form a family with. Not that like first person you see, you're like, that's my wife, but like, you know what I mean? That you lose the respect. You're 100% right.
So then after that, is that when it changed, or is that still something you have to fight, like actively fight at times?
You know what? That shut the fuck up, you're not Easton was such an eye-opening moment for me, where it's like, whoa, I am not Easton. Like, I would alter my humor.
Oh, you completely changed yourself.
My gosh.
Yeah, I've been there too. Yeah. Wow.
I was doing a show where...
Are you saying even in stand-up you altered it?
But back when I was... I used to be a main stager at the Improv Space.
What is a main stager?
I was on a main stage team there.
Okay.
So I used to be on Wales. At this time, I was on the 400 Cat. And I remember just doing a show that I had invited her to. And she was sitting in the back, and there was some humor going on, and it's improv, so it's all off, the top of the head. There's some humor going on that I had remembered her saying, that's not funny, that shouldn't be joked about. And I wasn't even in the scene. But audience is dying. The performers, the people on my team, God bless them, were having such a good time. The scene wasn't even at its highest point yet. It was building this organic energy of, I forget what it was, but I remember I saw her in the back just daggerizing it, and I wiped the scene. And you know what wiping is?
Oh, improv. Yeah.
I wiped the scene because I was like, oh my gosh, little bunny foo-foo's in the back, and I can't have her be upset with me after the show for being a part of that. And then the shut the fuck up, you're not Easton was like 3 nights later, which is great because that was fresh. And I just remember thinking, as a performer, how dare I stop something so beautiful and organic from happening on stage?
Yeah. And you broke the first rule of improv.
Yeah.
You didn't yes and it.
I did not yes and it. I said no. Fuck you guys. Yeah. My little baby hippopotamus is in the back.
Anonymous?
You always give him the easy words. You know the story about that movie, right?
No.
I was cast as Frankenstein. I was supposed to be Julian.
Really?
That's why if you ever see me post something about Adam Sandler on social media, at the end of it, I always go, but I still have to fight him.
That's why.
So I used to be a child actor. And I was cast, so I went on the audition for Big Daddy, callback, go on the callback, second callback, go on that callback, third callback, go on the fourth callback. Now they're paying me to be at the callbacks because that's how it works. If you get to that many callbacks, you get paid. I'm sure no one really gets to that round of callbacks, but there's very rare cases where that happens. So finally, after the fourth callback, my fifth audition, they called my mom and my agency and said, we're going to book Easton. He's going to be playing Julian in Big Daddy, Frankenstein. Okay? We're at LAX, about to board the plane. A messenger from LAX comes up to my mom and says, hey, phone's for you. And it was one of the producers, and they said, my mom's name is Tracy. They said, Tracy, we're not using Easton anymore. We found identical twins. Kids that age can only work 4 hours a day. Found Dylan and Cole Sprouse.
Oh.
Identical at that time. They got 8-hour days out of that. It should have been The Sweet Life of Easton Gage. It should have been Riverdale. Yeah. Everything. I should have my own Target clothing line, all because they wanted to save some money. They got the same pay I would have got. They split it. and they
longer,
sped up
right.
production.
Yeah.
They got 4-hour days out of it. And that's why I always go, I have to fight Adam Sandler if I ever meet him, because he ruined my life at the age of 4.
Well, how about this?
5. I was 5.
So, like, yeah, like, if that were to happen, life could have been quite different, right? Who knows, though?
Hell yeah.
But, I mean, we always got to do this because we have no choice. We have to, it's like perspective, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Would you probably wouldn't have done stand-up. If you got all that acting shit.
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have. Had it panned out how it panned out for those kids. But that was like my career as a child actor. I was always booked, then canceled. Sandlot 2, I was booked as Smalls.
Oh, really?
The day I was supposed to leave, my agency called me and said, "Oh, yeah, you're not going to be Smalls anymore. They're just going to use Canadian actors since they're filming it in Canada." And if you watch The Sandlot 2, they have some thick Canadian accents. You're like, this is not...
Oot.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, there loses the integrity of baseball. Flight Plan with Jodie Foster. I booked that, and then they completely cut the role I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be like her son instead of her finding the kid at the nose of the plane. Stupid writing. Everything. Oh, yeah.
Acting, dude, people say stand-up is painful, but I feel like acting is painful as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want you. No, fuck you.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Your eyes are blue. Buy contacts then if you don't want me to have blue eyes. Easton, you are perfect for this role. Everything about it. But dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. You have a strand of blonde on one of your hairs on your head. We just can't have that. I'll go home and pluck it if you give me the role.
I'm starting to see that a lot of that people-pleasing mentality that you had, I think it was from the acting stuff.
It was 100% why.
Yeah, like that doesn't sound healthy for a child at all.
Constantly being told no. Like because I wasn't homeschooled, so I would go to school, get out of school. I'd go to school at 8:45. I'd get out at 3:15. This when I was in elementary school. Get out at 3:15. My mom would be at the school by 3:20, and I'd have 4 auditions that night. So I'd drive to Hollywood, go on 4 auditions, would book some, wouldn't book others, and then I'd have to go home, do homework, and that was my life. And then, but during sports season, I would always play sports. Like I played football my entire life, so my dad was always like, you do not have to go on auditions if you want to play football, which is great. So I did that. But then there's sometimes where I'd get a call and I'd be like, that'd be a great audition to be on. That's got a big name on it. So I was aware of who these actors and actresses were at a young age because I was involved in it so young. And then junior high school, same thing. And summer going into 9th grade, it was right before summer. So I'm in 8th grade, about to do my 8th grade promotion where you go to 9th grade. And you as an actor, I'm sure have seen these kids. I was starting to meet so many pilot season kids, which are the kids who come out from like Missouri and live here for 3 months just to go on every pilot season audition. And this is true story. I'm sitting there. It's for some ABC show. It never got, it like did the pilot episode and that's it. I didn't get the role, but I remember sitting there in the studio waiting to audition. This kid sitting next to me. And we're just shooting the shit because it was one of those auditions where it's like 2 hours before you're up. They sent you 7 pages of dialogue and you're going through all 7 pages. So me and this kid were way late on the list. And he starts talking to me. He's telling me he was from South Bend, Indiana. He was out here for pilot season. He's like, yeah, I live at the Motel 6 on Cahuenga, we'll say. I live there for the last 3 months. It's just my mom and I. You should come on over. We'll play handball in the parking lot. And I went, nope. Nope. I do not want this childhood. as great and rewarding it is, I do not want to be that kid whose idea of fun is a Motel 6 parking lot away from his family who's in the Midwest and his friends that he's made in the Midwest. I called my agency. I said, I'm done. I'm going to high school. I want to be in high school. I want to experience high school. I want to go to the dances. I want to go to the football games. I want to be on the sports teams without having the stress of you have 12 pages of dialogue to learn. You have to be in Hollywood. You have to turn in homework. And then when I graduated, I got back into modeling and commercial stuff because that's easier to balance because you create your college schedule. So I made sure my schedule was to that. And then the modeling thing, I got an eating disorder and body dysmorphia that I still struggle with.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hell, why do you think I'm in baggies all the time? You ever notice that? Always in baggies.
No, like, because I would look at you sometimes, like once in a while, and I'd be like, he looks like he's, because, we do that with guys. We like,
always, yeah.
I was like, he looks like he's muscular, but I don't know if he is. Is he skinny or is he? I couldn't tell. But then, like I said, when I barely touched him, I was like, oh, that's muscle. That's like legit muscle.
Body dysmorphia, dude.
Shit. That you still struggle with.
Oh, man. My dad, I was staring, because I just moved back in with my dad.
Yeah.
And I was just staring at myself in the bathroom mirror. I just got out of the shower. I had a washcloth on over my penis so I could really get a full view of my body.
Oh, so you can separate it. It's easier to focus if we.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to stare at my dick.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
Guys,
I rip myself.
Yeah.
Small.
Actually, it's funny. Like before I continue, this morning I was looking at my body and then I put my hand over my dick and then I was able to look.
I know what you.
And then I looked at sideways and forward. I'm like, that looks nice.
That's good.
As soon as I see my dick again, I'm like, I don't know anymore.
I just don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So you were saying.
So, and my dad was like, "You look phenomenal. You look so good. What are you doing?" And I was like, "I look terrible." And I suffer with that all the time. My girlfriend tells me, "Wow, you look great. You're really putting in work." I'm like, "I don't look good. Don't tell me that. I look awful." It's sad. I used to, right after I quit modeling, I gained a lot of weight. A lot of weight. Like I got big because I was
chubby? Like are we talking
chubby. Oh, I was very chubby. And I wasn't upset about it because I was I was eating and I was happy and I wasn't at restaurants telling waiters, could you not put cheese on that and put the dressing on the side and just stab me in the neck so I don't have to live anymore. That was my order usually. They wouldn't stab me.
Fucking assholes.
And I gained weight and then I said, okay, I joined a men's basketball league with some guys that I work with. So I played basketball my entire life. And I just remember thinking, okay, I've gained some weight. I'm not healthy because I'm not moving the way I used to be able to move being an athlete. You know what your body's capable of. I used to be able to dunk a ball with ease and I was barely touching the back of the backboard with the weight I'd gained. So I lost weight. I lost it back to this. And I have a joke about it. And let me tell you something, dude. I talk about how I used to be, I wasn't chubby, I was fat, and I used to be fat. Whenever I do this joke for an audience, it works. Whenever I do this joke, when I'm like trying to alter it, tweak it, whatever, at an open mic, the silence could fucking kill you from the judgment I'm getting of fuck you, you were never fat. Don't talk about being fat if you're not fat. Like, you know what I mean?
I know what you
I'm
mean.
talking about what I used to be, and I say, I used to be fat. I was a big fat fuck. I was big, and I get death stares from other comics. Like, nope, you don't look that way now, so you can't joke about it. And it's like, whenever I try it at a mic, I just bail on the joke because it's like, I am not even getting people to look at me right now. You notice that ever with mics?
Yeah, you made me think of, because I used to try this thing where I would talk about how I had crippling social anxiety in high school.
Yeah.
And like I dropped it because I thought it wasn't funny. Because I was like, oh, it's because it's not me anymore. But I'd only did it at open mics. But now you're making me think, fuck, I got to go back to that shit. Because the audience...
At open mics, especially, the audience sucks.
Yeah, because they have... And here's what I noticed about other like comedians too is if you are actually confident in the sense of, yeah, we get self-conscious with stand-up, but if you're confident in like you and you're okay with like messing up, they kind of have a problem with that. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh,
but like that's
yeah.
why I noticed once I started getting more comfortable, people would be like put off by me.
Yeah.
That's why like when I meet guys like you and you're just comfortable with yourself, I'm like, oh, this feels good. This feels like natural.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's why I love when I see you and like, you know,
Thank you.
some of the other dudes that brothers. But like I feel like I'm just gonna throw out a random percentage, but I feel like 90% is like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
How it's like they give you the how dare you actually have swagger and confidence in the words you're choosing to say right now.
Yeah.
You should be that awkward.
I smoked pot earlier and then I masturbated.
What?
Yeah.
How many times I've heard that joke? Why don't you masturbate then smoke pot?
Yeah. Or like
Change it
I'm a
up.
piece of shit. Like I'm that. You know, blah blah blah. You know that shit.
Yeah. The you can't self-deprecate yourself if you don't look like that thing you're trying to self-deprecate yourself as.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't look like you have social anxiety. So how dare you bring up social anxiety when I suffer? That comic's going, I suffer from social anxiety. You know what I mean? Because you're such a easy person to talk to. That's probably what they're thinking. He's never walked in my shoes. He doesn't know social anxiety.
That's interesting because I they probably do think that, huh? Because like even with you, like you know, you're tall, you're a good-looking guy. So to them, they're like, who is this fucking dude with this privilege of handsomeness? Like, what the fuck does he go through, right? Because I used to think that too. When I was really insecure about myself, I would look at like good-looking dudes and be like, he doesn't go through shit. What does he know? Like, it's like we automatically think just because someone has a certain level of like aesthetics that it just diminishes anything that they go through in life. Like as if they're like a god.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're judging the book by its cover.
100%. And filling in the pages.
Yeah. And we don't know about what's going on the inside. Like my dad, I'll show you a picture of him after this. He is one of the largest human beings I've ever seen. Not fat, just muscle-wise. He's just, you look at my grandma, his mom, she's big. You look at his dad, he passed away, but he was big. Just thick people. Big. And I will go to the gym with my dad every now and again. He's very, very strong. Very, very strong. And I usually have headphones in, so I'm not paying attention to him unless I need it. Because he'll tell me, hey, listen, I need you. One day I didn't have headphones. This is recently. He's talking to himself the entire time. My dad's a good-looking guy. Big, good-looking, muscles. I mean, he's 60 and he has an 8-pack still. Like, it's just a...
Genetics.
It's like a genetic thing. He's 230 pounds. He's just a big guy. Like, he used to compete bodybuilding. So he's just a big guy. The entire exercise, he's whispering to himself, you fucking worthless motherfucker, you piece of shit, you're fucking nothing, pussy, you're a fucking pussy, you're a fucking pussy, you're every rep. And he did that, and after I was like, what's wrong with you? And he said, what? I said, do you not hear what you're saying? He said, no. I went, you have issues. Where it's like, oh my gosh, even my dad has insecurities of like, at his age of like, holy shit, he's calling himself a motherfucker.
And the way he looks.
Pussy, yeah.
And that's also, I mean, with the acting thing and then the fact that your dad's like that, you absorb that.
Yeah. And he used to act too. And what he was always told, Bill Gage, you are way too big to be an actor. You have skills. You can act, but you are too big. You look crazy. Like, if my dad was like my dad at our age, I got pictures, I'll show you. Just a specimen. Like
make you question your sexual orientation.
Big
type
time.
shit.
Big
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
If my dad was our age right now, he would be like The Rock or a Chris Hemsworth type. Just, he has chops. Yeah. I mean, I remember he used to help me with my lines. He would run lines with me, and I would just think to myself, he's good. He's like, good.
Very good.
You're good, Daddy.
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 super good, dude. But damn, see, like, I think we need to have more conversations like this with people because it's just so. I mean, people talk about it all the time, and it's like sounds cliche, but yeah, we're so quick to fucking judge, man. It's crazy, like, and it's easy to be like, oh, Easton, you're white, you got privilege. It's like, sure, like everybody's got privilege to a certain point based off of what you look like, or even me as an Asian could have some privilege.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact is, like, dude, we still got some fucked up shit that happens,
Crazy shit.
right? Like the fact that your dad had no idea he's saying that means that it's so in his head.
Yeah.
Like it's such a part of his being. He doesn't even know he's saying that.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I told my uncle, his older brother, that we went to the gym, and my uncle went, "Did he motherfucker himself?" I went,
he knew that?
yeah. My uncle stopped working out with him because he's like, "You're psycho. You're crazy."
Yeah, because like I feel like, is he gonna kill somebody?
Yeah.
Like,
And
shit.
oh man, he gets this look of just like, "Why are you mad?" "I'm not. I'm lifting." Okay.
Shit. So
We need to discuss this though.
that's the thing the book talked about too. The book was saying that we as men need other men to be vulnerable with, that we trust and feel safe with, to help like relieve ourselves of that shit, or like be like, oh, you go through that too?
Yeah.
Because before I started to close myself off from even my best friend, because we used to talk like that all the time, and he helped me. We both helped each other grow so much because we couldn't really talk like that to other people, and and in the same level of reciprocity that we had, right? Because we both share that the same stuff. And like once I stopped doing that, I started to self-destruct in my relationship because I felt like I should be able to handle this without telling him stuff, because he's gonna influence the relationship in a negative way, like everybody is. And I was just dying. I went crazy, and I recently started to, I connected back with him again even further, and with like my other friends, and I see, dude, we as men, we need the fucking wolf pack. Fuck, there was no such thing as the lone wolf. Like movies like James Bond makes it seem like that's like what
That's
should
a
be
man.
cool.
Yeah.
It's not, dude. It's
not.
fucking not. And being cold and like not giving a fuck. That's not what the fuck it is, man. We are humans, and we need to, especially if we like grew up with fathers who didn't know their own emotions. My dad didn't know.
Yeah. We need one of my best buddies says it. You need a tribe, and if you don't have a tribe, you're fucked, and you need that tribe. I think I listen to your podcast quite a bit.
Oh, do you?
Because I'm driving a lot.
Oh, shit.
I think your episode with John Taylor, where you two are opening up, it needs to be like that all the time with people. If like you bullshit with your buddies all the time, but if like you're sitting there and you're like, shit, I got some stuff on my mind that's it's not allowing me to bullshit to the level I can bullshit, you should be able to just spit it out.
Really, just say it.
Really.
Without being worried about the repercussions of
Pussy.
Yeah, you weak ass motherfucker.
Pussy.
Like whatever, I've been through that. I don't care.
Someone feeling by your dick. "Oh, this is where your penis used to be."
Yeah, it's gone. Oh, do you want me to flick your clit, bitch?
Yeah. Quit flicking my clit, people. That's what I want to say.
Not flick the clit. Be nice to it. Be gentle.
Think of it as the head of a penis. You don't want that getting flicked.
Oh no, definitely not. Yeah, I was like, no, not even.
Think of the clit as the penis.
Yeah, the pen is so. When you listen to the episode, like, did it make you think about your past experiences of? There's not many men that you could have that type of conversation with.
There's like 3.
Yeah.
4 now.
Yes.
You,
Us.
we. But I just remember thinking, like, you look at John Taylor, such a happy guy. And he is still happy, but you listen to that and you're like, whoa, that went on in John Taylor's life?
Yeah.
What? And it's that whole give thing. Give, expect something back. That's kind of the theme of that episode too.
Yeah. Until you lose yourself
in the moment.
Yeah, and then it's become such a pattern, kind of like with your dad. Like he keeps saying he doesn't know what he's doing. He's like reinforcing these things, just like that. You keep doing that, and you think that's love, so you do the same thing over and over and over. Maybe if I do more, the next person will love me more, and it'll be a healthier relationship.
I thought it was making him stronger. my dad, because I was like, oh my gosh, he's cussing at himself, he's psyching himself up. I should try this, and I tried it the other day. I got on the bench press. I was like, all right, you fucking loser, let's take this for a walk down the beach.
Yeah.
Barry just like, fuck.
With like your bouncy voice, like, come on, you piece of shit. You fucking whore.
You bitch.
You bitch ass. Like, you know what? Because like I'll see that in documentaries of powerlifters. Like, you fucking motherfucker. Like this one guy who breaks world records says he thinks every time he's working out every day and he's about to do like a max, he thinks about how his brother killed himself.
Oh.
And I'm just like,
God.
Fuck. No wonder these guys are so strong, because they're escaping their own pain.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks. Yeah, like to the outsider, like especially males, were like, he's so strong. He's such a man. But it's like that dude is dying on the inside. What happens when he turns 50 and his body's broken and he can't release it that way anymore? Lifting like 800 pounds. He's gonna kill himself, maybe.
Heck yeah. Do you watch those World's Strongest Man competitions?
Yeah, it's crazy.
When did you say, yeah, I could pull a tractor? Yeah. Like, what bet did you make with a buddy where you're like, I can do it? No. Just put it in neutral. I can do it. You have to be built like that. Like, you see some of these guys where, like, you look at someone, you're like, oh man, he would kill me.
Dude, I think that's one of my favorite things to do. And I love telling guys like that, like, dude, you would fucking destroy me. I know that. And that's why I'm going to respect you.
One of my favorite things to do at the gym is when there's most people go to the gym are just normal looking dudes, but then you have that random guy who's in the spaghetti strap and he's from wall to wall of shredded muscle. My favorite thing to do is to lighten the mood and try and get to where I'm going. I say, hey, you mind sharing the mirror with the rest of us? And I walk by. I usually get punched in the back of the head. But one of these days that joke will land with one of those guys.
And then that's the guy you got to be friends with.
Yeah.
Because like that, like same with the good, like the look thing that we do. Like, oh, they're good looking, so they don't go through shit. We think that about big buff dudes because we think if we reach to a certain level of size and muscularity, we'll be happy, or we'll get the girl, or we'll be more confident. But it actually compounds that insecurity, and it makes it worse and worse. Because I used to work out to get as big as possible, like be as gorilla.
Yeah, every like guy I think had that phase.
But now I'm like, I don't even bench anymore. I just do fucking like machine chest, but just to get it in shape and just to like, and I'm not
tone.
Yeah, keep it toned, and I just eat what I want, and I still eat healthy, but like I'm not like force feeding myself to get to a certain size. I'm just, you know,
the 8 meals a day.
Yeah, dude, I would get, in high school I gained. You got to remember, like, so I'm naturally skinny, and in high school that metabolism was even faster, so I couldn't gain weight for shit. So I would eat all day, and I'd get so much diarrhea force feeding myself. I would walk around like
clenched,
like wobbling, or not wobbling, hobbling,
like
hobbling,
penguin,
because my ass cheeks and hole was so raw from all the wiping. It felt like knives between my cheeks, like razor blades, feeling. You know. And I gained 25 pounds in like 2 months, and people thought I did steroids because I was so skinny and I gained so much weight. It was like chubby, but there was muscle there too. But it what I would do back then too was like, you fucking motherfucker, you skinny piece of shit, you fucking big head motherfucker, you know, pussy, you
big head motherfuckers.
I have a really big head.
I think it's nice.
No, from the side it's big. It's actually like it. People have a hard time noticing, but when you really look, then it's like, oh, it is. Like,
it's a nice head. You got good head. You got good head there.
Hopefully, I'll get good head in the future.
I pray for that.
Yeah,
for you. That's in my prayers every night.
Thank you so much. By the way, okay, there's the transition sounds fucked up, but it's not. I was gonna say, by the way, you and your girlfriend look so adorable together. Like you guys are great. Like your kids would be so fucking like cute.
Big. They're gonna be big. She's 6'1".
Is she?
Yeah. Maybe 6 foot. Maybe.
Was she slouching when I met her?
She was sitting on the stool.
No, I met her
outside. She was leaned against the wall.
Is that why?
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
And she's tall.
So she's that tall.
She's tall. Her hands are bigger than mine.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Shit. You guys are gonna have some like athletic children if you have kids.
I know it. Well, you would hope. She's not an athlete.
But the size,
Oh, the size.
that's
We can breed them.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, thank you. She'll love to hear that.
Yeah. And I mean that, man.
I appreciate that. She's making me a grilled cheese today, she said.
That's fucking awesome. You know what happened right there? I just imagined somebody that doesn't exist doing that for me. And
That's
then
nice
I
feeling.
realized this all happened in half a second, right? Anyway.
Well, yeah, that's how it works.
And then me realizing that's not there. And it made me a little sad.
You're gonna get it. Let me tell
And
you.
it made me happy for you. But then it circled around and
course.
made me happy for. I'm like, at least my friend has that.
You want to hear how much of an asshole I am? This is how long we've been together. She called me. She said, she makes homemade bread. Okay. She said, I'm making homemade bread. Come over tomorrow when you're done training, because I'm going to go train after this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go pull a tractor. She said, I'd love to make you grilled cheeses and tomato soup. I said, that's great. Did you get goat cheese? Because that's my favorite cheese. We've been together long enough for her to know that. And she said, no, I got pre-sliced Kraft. I went, you're making homemade bread and you're going to throw processed Kraft on it? I'll stop by the store and get some goat cheese for my sandwich.
Oh.
And she went, you always have to do that? I went, I know what I want, and I'm not going to make your bread lose its integrity by you throwing processed Kraft on it. Don't sell your bread short. See, I want to push her to not settle for processed Kraft.
And
Had she bought the bread? Yeah.
because it's not made at home.
Yeah, I said she spent 6 hours making this bread yesterday. I said, you're just going to throw Kraft on it? Why don't we get some Velveeta to put on it too?
Yeah, it's like, why are you gonna make homemade fried chicken and then
Go to
buy-
Howland's.
or buy mashed potatoes, instant mash?
You would never do that.
I do like those, but
Oh, trust me.
I do like it, but you should just fucking
Make mashed potatoes.
mash it.
You want to hear some trailer park shit? Next time, no offense to anyone who's in trailer.
Your hair makes you. You went from a scientist to a fucking, whatever you say.
Yeah, I
your hair
morph into that.
It does. It's crazy. Yeah, child actor. Anyway,
Next time you do your instant mash,
yes.
put some A1 steak sauce in it. I know. But since you've never done it,
No,
do
I'm
a
trying.
little
I'm open.
baby,
I'm open.
little baby, and if you like it, that's my A1. That's my space work of A1. It's nice.
I'm gonna try that. That's good too, because I don't like to dip that in steak.
Me neither.
Yeah, because the steak should be good enough to where you don't have to use A1. Right? Like, why is it so dry?
What's your favorite meal?
If I could,
You get one. You're gonna eat. You
before I die,
or yeah. What's your last meal?
my last meal is a ribeye steak, medium rare, with garlic mashed potatoes and asparagus that was baked in the oven with a lot of butter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a man's meal right there.
I love mashed potatoes.
I can't blame you.
Yeah. What's yours? What's your meal?
Russian turkey cutlets with a horseradish hollandaise sauce, green peas, and green beans, mashed sweet potatoes with caramelized onions.
Mashed sweet potatoes are so fucking good.
Underrated in the mashed food community.
And people don't talk about it.
No.
I've only had it a few times in my life, but I was like, this is perfect. You don't even, you definitely do not ever need gravy with that.
I make
all.
mashed sweet potatoes all the time. Next time I make them, I'll bring you some to Brothers.
Please,
I will.
please, I would love that. Fuck.
I don't make
Maybe
mine
I'll-
sweet though. I make mine savory. So you get the sweetness from the potato, but the rest is savory. Sometimes I chop up some bacon and I put the bacon in there. Do you like
Wow.
bacon?
Dude, fuck yeah, I had some yesterday, man.
Well, you're a man.
Yeah, I'm a man.
Imagine your ribeye wrapped with bacon on the exterior.
Oh, shit, but I like soft bacon though.
Soft?
Yeah, I don't like it crispy.
Yeah.
Because it kills the fattiness.
You like the chew.
I like the chew. Yes. But if it's slightly got that little bit of like resistance,
You spit it at the waiter.
I do. That was a really good sound effect. That's some improv shit.
Thank you.
I was like, what the fuck? You spit on my wall.
I used to do this thing where when I was such a dick to my dad, I would walk up to him, I'd put my hands on his head, and I'd go, and then run. And he'd go, what the hell was that?
Damn. Fuck, I was going to say one more thing. I forgot what I was going to say.
Is it, the chewiness of the bacon.
Nah, so, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Text me if you remember it.
I will text you. But so far, like, I think 80% of our conversation has been about dinosaurs.
I know it.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's
though. Like,
great.
What did you say? You said, I was dying yesterday when you said, what did you say? You said this fucking thing and it made me, what did you say?
Something about a stegosaurus, maybe?
It was the funniest fucking. Oh, you said, do you mind if I wear sweats tomorrow? And I said, whatever you want, man. It's your body. And then you said, I just figured you were going to want a challenge when you undress me. and then I said, you could wear a dinosaur one piece. Ha ha ha. And then this is what killed me way more, like really killed me. I have one. It's from when I was 3, but I have it. So then I imagine
like you were gonna say, oh, you don't have it anymore. No, I have it still.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, and I was half expecting you to walk in with a fucking dino one piece that like barely fits.
That's why I went with the Reptar socks today.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, okay. Damn, dude, this was fucking fun.
This
man.
was great.
This
Thanks
was
for
so
having me.
fun. I'm so glad you came through, man. I appreciate you, driving all the way here, and So
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Is there something you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Yeah.
Anything?
When you're out somewhere, I like a social event. If you're at a comedy show, a concert, not a movie, because that's very just like, movies are very like get in, get out type deal thing, But if you're at a show, any show you're at, a bar or anything, introduce yourself to someone that you don't know and just like say hi to someone. There's so many people who are alone in the world that we don't know about. Just say hi to someone. It's not hard. You don't have to bring the guy home to your parents or the chick home to your parents, but just say hi, how you doing? And then that's it. Once they start talking to you, you say, no, that's all Easton said to say. He said, hi, how you doing? And I can leave. But just be nice to people.
Especially you stand-up comedians. Stop trying to act like everybody else who thinks that if I don't talk to the other comedians, then that means I'm making things happen and I'm Dave Chappelle.
If I walk into this new open mic and you guys don't invite me into your group, I'm going to do my I used to be fat joke to make you guys really hate me.
Hate so much. Deep hatred for this man. Okay, so would you like to give your social media handles?
It's just at Easton Gage on Instagram, Facebook. I use that to remember people's birthdays. My Twitter is for fantasy football only. I follow the players that I draft because they tweet if they're going to play or not due to injuries before ESPN. So that's the only reason I have Twitter. Little pro hack.
You want to give out that
pro hack?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
want me to
15
edit it
people.
out?
No, so many people have told me, why are you using ESPN when you can use Twitter? So that's why I have a Twitter. I have like one follower on Twitter. It's John Taylor, and he just tags me in probably 55 things a day just to troll me, I think. Yeah, and laugh more. Quit being sensitive to everything.
Smile.
And
Get
then
used to smile.
Here's another thing. This is what I want to end with. Don't say racial slurs if you don't have the okay.
It's true.
Is that hard?
It's not
that hard.
I used to say the N-word all the time when I was in high school because we thought it was cool.
We thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, but now I'm like, well, it was been a while since I've done it. But
In high school, yeah.
It's like, well, I'm not allowed to say it, and it doesn't mean I'm cool if I say it.
No.
So leave it be. I wish chink or gook was cool to say, what's up my chink or what's up my gook, but it's not, so I just don't say it. But
I didn't even know. I thought it was kook. But I guess kook's what you call a surfer, isn't it?
Or a crazy scientist.
Yeah, he's a kook. Kook.
He's a fucking kook.
This whole time I thought it was kook. And I would hear people all the time go, "That guy's a kook," and I'd like look around like, no one's reacting to that.
Yeah, it was a fucking cool.
But it's with a G, huh?
A G, that's a gook.
Got it.
That's for Koreans and Filipinos and Vietnamese specifically. That's what the dictionary says that.
Oh, it's in the dictionary?
No, I googled all the slurs. Yeah. And then chink is chink is funny because it says two parts. Like the first definition is like a small slit or a crack that emits light, and the second part is a Chinese person. That's one of my
What's
jokes.
the second definition? A Chinese person.
Yeah,
That's
because
so
for the
funny.
N-word it says I forgot something like derogatory something. A derogatory term for a black or dark skinned person, but it clearly says a bad word. But for chink, it's just a Chinese person.
Yeah, that's it.
It cracks me up, and that's one of my jokes that
It's
I like
like
to talk about.
the O word for people of Asian descent. I don't even know if I can say it.
Of course you can say it. It's just Oriental. Who cares?
Gosh, every time I say Oriental, people look at me as if I just hit a child.
No. Just say it. I mean, as long as you're not calling it somebody, just say
like
it.
one of the best restaurants in Santa Clarita is called Oriental Express. And I was like, they got to change that sign.
Yeah, but at the
But
same
if I
time,
refer to a group of people as the O's, then it's bad.
yeah, dude, just say Oriental. It's not like the N-word or
You know what's
don't
funny?
call them, but you could just say it.
You know what's funny?
What?
Is I'm Middle Eastern. I'm Syrian. Don't look it, but I'm Syrian.
Wait, hold on. I think we should do one more.
You want to?
Yeah, let's
I don't
do it.
want to
Yeah,
rush you.
No, I thought you had to go. That's why.
No, not yet.
Well, let's fucking do it. Fuck it.
Okay,
Because
well, yeah.
they're like, wait a minute. I thought it was gonna end. Have you ever went to the bathroom at somebody's place and then they can hear you turning the sink on, but you don't really want to spend your time washing your hands for a long time, so you just turn on the sink and stand there for 20 seconds? I didn't do that right now, but I've
What?
done that. Is that nobody's done that?
I turn the sink on when I'm at someone's house and I'm taking a shit to make them think this. I'm giving away now. Everyone's gonna know this is what I do. If I have to take a shit, hey, I got something sticky on my hands. Can I just go to the bathroom for a second and try and wash it off? I don't know what it is. Yeah, go for it. And you turn the sink on and make it think that you're scrubbing your hands, but really you've reached the point of prairie dogging. So you sit down, you get it all out as fast as you can, wipe, flush, then turn the sink off, wash your hands, and then you say, I spit into the toilet. So I flushed it. My spit smells like shit too. So
Wait, have you really said that?
so many times.
Oh shit,
Dude, oh my gosh. When it's a new person's house.
Oh, that you don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I'm uncomfortable, like I'm just.
Because I don't want to poop at someone's house, but there's been points where I'm like, oh,
You have to.
it's why did this happen now? But yeah.
Yeah, like if I realize it's getting to the point where I'm not being myself, like I'm feeling so much anxiety from having to take a shit, I'm just gonna go shit for that because I'm such a people pleaser.
Of course.
I'd be like, hey, they gotta feel. So you're Syrian?
Syrian, yeah. My last name's pronounced as Gage. It's spelled Gage. It's pronounced as Gage.
I'm learning so much about you.
Yeah. So I do this joke.
Now you look. Now I just.
Did you see
I
it?
just took your body and your face and I placed you in a war zone with your hair.
Well, let me show you.
Oh shit!
My memoji. This is my memoji. Oops. How do you even activate?
So your
it?
dad's Syrian.
Yeah.
What's your mom?
Sicilian.
Oh shit!
So this is my memoji. I clicked the sleeping one. I made him like that. I gave him a monocle.
So people that don't know you would think, oh, he's just trolling. But that's because
I'm
that's
Syrian. Yeah.
shit.
Last name Sajaj. Favorite food is Arabic, Mediterranean food. Yeah.
Now I can't not see the.
So I do this. I have a joke where I make fun of Syrian people. And people are like, this son
white guy.
of a bitch.
This racist.
This white fuck. But like, a lot of people are blue-eyed and fair-skinned
There's a lot of
in the Middle East.
that. Yeah. It's besides the stereotype bullshit. You're right. There's so many women that I see that have these crazy green eyes and they look so gorgeous.
And you think, oh, is that a Russian girl? Is that a Czech girl? And she's like, no, I'm Palestinian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. So if you hear me doing jokes about Middle Easterners, back off. I have the okay.
He's allowed to say the N-word.
I could say... John Taylor said I could say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
No, he
I know,
never
right?
did.
Or just like Logic.
He never gave
Logic,
me-
you know the rapper Logic?
Yeah, of course.
He's like, yeah, I got black blood in me. He's like, but you just look 100% white and you're probably never been treated like a black guy because you don't look black. So maybe you're not allowed to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my opinion, you're not allowed to say it unless you get the repercussions that come with
Racism, social racism and all that.
yeah, because of the way you look, because you have no choice. So, sorry, Logic. Don't say that word. But anyways, so you're Syrian. Did it turn on? Did my camera turn
I don't know.
Did it make a noise? Oh, no, that was in my head. I heard shit. I get paranoid about this stuff. This is what happens when you're like a one-man team and you do these things. Like,
That's my closest thing to a camera noise.
you sounded like fucking Togepi from Pokemon.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I liked his or hers evolved form. Togepet, is that what the name was?
I forgot.
It was
I don't
like a
remember what it
long neck Togepi. It was Togepi who like hit his growth spurt. He had like a long neck. He was very powerful.
Really?
He and she.
I mean, you would hope so because you're fucking so weak for
Evolved.
so long. It's like you're so useless. Everybody's taking care of you. Do something. Help us out now.
Yeah.
Come on. You know why? Because there's a covert contract. All right. I'm not taking care of you just cause. I'm hoping you get stronger than like a Godin.
Goldeen.
Yeah. Godin.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Thanks. Godin.
Are you a Pokemon guy? You still play?
No, I'm not gonna. I want to, but I have a highly addictive personality
Holy
to video
shit.
games.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a PlayStation 4 down there. I can
saw
play.
it. I saw
I just I was playing
Red Dead Redemption.
Dying Light, the parkour zombie game,
Yeah.
and that's I just got it like a few months ago, and I'm years late, but that's literally one of the best games I played in my life.
Okay.
And
It's on the PS4?
yeah, and it's super cheap. I think I got it for like $10 for like all the DLC and everything, like at GameStop.
Mhm.
It's one of the best games ever created. Top 3 zombie games created as well.
Give me your top 5 games.
Top 5 games
All time.
All right, okay. So this is gonna be tough, but this is in no particular
Of
order.
course.
Freedom Fighters for PS2.
Okay.
Um,
No order.
no water.
No water. no particular order.
Yeah. I was
yeah.
like, what the fuck? No water.
No water types.
No water.
please.
Yeah. Freedom Fighters. I'm just gonna say Dying Light because I played it just
Okay.
very recently. Oh my god. This is tough.
It is.
I'm just gonna say stuff that I enjoyed. I really liked the that refrigerator is making some weird noise, but it's just fucking my mind up. I liked what's that game? I like Dynasty Warriors.
Whoa.
Like all the series.
Whoa,
It's fun
yeah.
to play. I'm not saying it's the best game, but
But
like
you
I
enjoyed
enjoyed
it,
it. I like
yeah.
fucking people up. I get tired of it after like a month, but there's that. I liked that Last of Us. The Last of Us.
Never played it, but
Last of
buddies
Us-
rave about it.
The multiplayer nobody really knows about.
Okay.
Totally underrated. The best multiplayer I've played in my life.
Wow. Okay.
Period. And then the final one I would say is I'll just say it's that one with the samurai, the white samurai guy that came out. It's like
Recently,
maybe like 2 years ago. I forgot.
the white guys are taking over Japanese culture.
Yeah, whatever fucking name that it's similar to like a Bloodborne or like a Dark Souls
Yeah.
game, but yeah, whatever the fuck that's called. That's what I could think of. And I'll just say this. I didn't want to say this because it's not the gameplay isn't amazing, but I just love the series as Kingdom Hearts. I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
It's got a great story.
I love the story. I love it makes me feel emotions. Like I'll actually laugh. I'll like cry. Love the music. So yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
Can I like pick a series of games like as one, like the Prince of Persia games?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I loved the Prince of Persia games. I loved Prince of Persia Warrior Within. That was the second
Was
one.
that the second one? Oh, where you could turn evil or like look
man.
the dark guy. Yeah.
Oh man, that game is great.
Violent.
When I first got that game, I was so scared of the violence. I was so scared of the violence and I can't believe that I had bought it because I was young, that I handed the game to my mom and I said, Mom, I need you to hide this from me until I tell you I'm ready to play it because I'm so scared. And she went, what? And went, I need you to hide this from me. And then 2 years later, I said, I'm ready for the game, Mom. And you know where it was? With all my other games. She just put it under them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just never looked. So the Prince of Persia games. Yeah. Army of Two. They're co-op.
I didn't play that because I didn't have any friends to play it with.
Yeah,
and I didn't have the internet game shit. So it's a good game.
It's good. Yeah, my cousin and I played it together and we loved it.
I love co-op games.
Moonwalkers, the Michael Jackson game on Sega.
The arcade game?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man, that game is so cool to me.
Yeah.
Madden, because every year I buy the new Madden, so I'd have to say it's a game that I love. Every year I buy it. And then, this is a toss-up. It's between Fable and Oblivion.
I love the Fable series.
Yeah,
actually.
Fable is...
For Xbox, dude.
I'm going to go with Fable.
2.
Fable 2 is one of the best games I've ever played. Fable 2 is incredible. I'm like you, though. I have an addictive personality to gaming. Yeah. Like, the other day, wasn't doing anything. I was at home, and I played 7 straight hours of video games. That's terrible. I'm a fucking loser. That's terrible. It was a Tuesday.
No, dude. Do you know what I would do when I was playing Sekiro Dies Twice? That's a game there's like a Dark Souls game. This happened maybe less than a year ago. I would play like 10 hours on a weekday. I'd work and I'd stay up to like 4 or 5 a.m.
You don't even realize you're doing it. That's the thing.
I'd even lie to my ex and say I'm busy doing work, and then I'd play the game. That's the only time I'd never lie to her.
That's fantastic.
To go out, never. But I would lie to her
about video games.
About video games or an anime. If I wanted to watch anime that I got hooked on.
You're an anime guy?
I like anime.
There's that new anime show out where they teach you how to cook.
Oh, Food Wars.
Love that.
Food Wars? Yeah.
Wow, Food Wars is great.
Yeah, I watched some of it, but I had to stop watching because it was making me horny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like way too, dude, I used to always watch hentai and masturbate all the time.
Android 17 I used to have the biggest crush on.
You mean Android 18?
Is that the girl?
Yeah, the guy's Android 17.
Yeah, I would like it. I like 17.
Oh, 17 is the black hair guy.
Yeah, I wanted to fuck him.
You want to fuck him?
I want him to
His personality?
I wanted him to steal my energy as he was taking it.
Okay,
yeah.
So you want to die. You're like fucked to death, literally. Yeah. The soul's being changed. Damn, now you look like a pervert with your hair like that. Your hair is it's fucking chameleon hair, dude. It is chameleon. So does your girlfriend play video games or anything like that? Is she?
She likes Mario Party.
Dude, that's all you need, dude.
Yeah, she likes Mario Party and does she like Mario Kart? She says she likes Mario Kart.
Why does every girl say they like Mario Kart?
If you say you like Mario Kart, you need to be able to beat me. You can't say I like Mario Kart and then I whoop your ass on every course and lap you.
I was on Tinder recently and I deleted it after like a day because I was like, fuck this bullshit.
Tony, as I call Tinder.
I saw all the... What?
I call Tinder Tony.
Okay.
So if you meet a girl from it, you say, yeah, my buddy Tony hooked us up.
Oh, stupid. So I would see on the profiles because for a long time it was like Disney. I love Disney. Mm-hmm. Every fucking girl said it. But then I started noticing like it's been years since I used it, but I was like, oh, now every girl is saying like I love Mario Kart because they're like trying to act like they really play video. I'm like, you don't fucking play video.
Yeah, no,
don't bullshit. By the way, I wanted to ask this before we end.
Of course.
Yeah, we still have like 10ish minutes, but so you recently moved back home.
I did.
I live at home. I moved back home.
We're home.
So I'm curious why you moved back home.
My roommate, one of my best buddies who I was living with, the one who told me to shape up, I was living with him. He got engaged and he got married. And I guess I wasn't a part of that marriage, the package deal of moving into a new place.
Oh, you weren't allowed to be in the same bed with them and sleep with them?
Yeah, they didn't want me in bed with them, which was so weird. It's funny. I went on their honeymoon with them. And I was in the honeymoon suite with them. I said, this is just like what we can do. And they said, no.
It's like, hey, Steve, now carry me
Yeah.
into the bed.
Yeah, and I
My turn.
Deflower me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so yeah, it's just that, and
Money.
I work from home a lot. So
Oh, because you're a writer.
yeah, I work from home
Yeah.
I work from home.
Yeah.
I'll only work from home. I never get called in to go in. I'm always at home. So I'm always working. And my dad said, just figure it out. You stay here. Plus, my grandmother lives with my dad, and medically, she's not doing great.
Oh, she
so
has a hard time taking care of herself.
Yeah, so I help out with that a lot, which is good for my dad because he has to work still. So I do that, and I work from home, and I don't pay rent, and people look at that sometimes. I'm sure you get that where they're like, you're 30. I'm 26, but they go, you have a job. Why are you living at home? It's like, well, because I help. I'm helping. I'm doing my duty.
I wanted you to be 33 in my head, so I'd feel better.
I'm 36.
It's not like the only time I got embarrassed was when I went to that meetup, and then, or like when I talked to a woman that's old. I like older women. And then they asked, "Why do you live in Torrance?" And I want to lie, but I told myself I'm never going to lie about it.
Oh yeah, why?
So I just said, I live at home.
Yeah.
And because I'm pursuing my dreams, and blah blah.
And if they can't understand that, then kick them in the vagina.
Yeah, and there was one that did get it, but I was so I did the mental beatdown
Oh,
shit where I didn't even ask her out.
Yeah.
Even though she was like, "Oh no, it's cool. We all pursue our dreams and stuff." Like she was totally cool with it.
Heck yeah.
But I like killed my confidence from that point on. Even though, and she even waited. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna. No, she's definitely not gonna listen to this. But like I was gonna get information because we were really getting along. It was at work, and then she and I was like, I'll just get it later. That's my way of saying like self-sabotaging and being like pussy.
Yeah.
And then we were online to get signed out, and she was like 10 people in front of me, and then I saw her talking to like a guy in line that was with her, and I was like, oh, you know what? He's like white and tall, and they're laughing. So you lost already. I just did that, and then she gets signed out, and I'm like, and then I was going to go up to her and like, hey, before you leave. But then I was like, no, don't do it. Then you look like you want her, which is so stupid. It's like, like it's the whole manipulation shit. Like, definitely don't show
self-sabotage.
Intent. Yeah, self-sabotage. And I see her in the corner of my eye, and I purposely didn't look, but I turned enough just to see. And then she's like leaving, and she stops for like a second, and I know she's looking in my direction, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's looking at me, thinking about, hey, like saying something but I was like, no, she's just looking this way, just to look this way. And then she leaves, and then when she's out gone, I'm like, where is she? Is she gone?
Man,
Is she gone? And then I get signed out. It's been 5 minutes. And then they all told us to park at the top of the roof structure. And then I'm like walking around. I'm walking to the parking structure looking for her, like, oh, she'll still be here. And then be like, oh, because you always wait until you're done. Until like you have no choice when they're going to be gone forever. And then I get to the top of the roof. But on the way, as I'm climbing the stairs, I see all the other actors. They parked in the places they're not supposed to because they didn't want to walk far. So I'm like, okay, she's definitely already gone. But then I get to the top of the roof. And then she's there standing outside of the car, and she's like, hey, I was looking for you.
Oh,
like, what's your information?
Oh, this is the girl for Wednesday?
No, this is a week before that. This is
Wow.
on work from work. And
You're
then,
right. You're right.
Yeah, and even then, I still told myself, oh, she only, like, I castrated myself. I was like, she would only has interest in me as a platonic friend. That's why, because she knows I'm a comedian and I produce a show. So, and I started thinking, well,
you produce a great show.
Thank you very much for being on the show. And you're
great show.
And you did very well on it. And I told myself in my head, like, oh, she only wants to do that connect with me because she thinks there's a potential of me becoming bigger later. So she wants to plant the seed and be like, I literally told myself that the whole time in my head, even though like, you see how crazy my brain is?
I love it though. I love it.
So then she's like, oh,
It
what's
translates to
your
your comedy.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
So what do you? She's like, oh, we should get like, what's your information? Like, yeah, maybe I'll come to your show, or and then she says something else, or blah blah blah. And my brain was so focused on, no, she just wants to be your friend, that I didn't hear that part. So I don't know what she said.
You have her information though?
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Hit her up.
Here's what I did. I did a pussy thing on Valentine's Day. I said,
I
hey,
heard
I
that
saw.
First I sent a pussy.
No. I saw on Instagram. I saw that. I said, hey, she's I'm pretty sure she's not gonna listen to this. But if she does, whatever. Fuck it. What do I have to lose?
Yeah.
She's Swiss, right? Very attractive, very smart, very cool to talk to.
The Swiss.
Yeah. And I said, hey, I was driving, by the way. And then I said, hey, I just saw some Swiss chocolates reminding me of you. Happy Valentine's Day. Instead of saying, hey, are you free next week? You know what I mean?
Dude, you planted the seed.
No, but that's still like a bitch thing instead of just being like honest and just saying, "Hey, are you free next week?" Because
Right now, do it right now.
I don't want to because I have her date set up already, and I really don't want to this week.
No, for next week.
I'll do it later this week. Let me see how the date goes because like I have a lot of anxiety.
On Thursday, I'm going to text you. I'm going to say,
Okay,
how'd
fine,
the
text
date
me.
go?
Yeah, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Where's the
but
date
but
gonna
you see
be?
how my brain works with
Yeah,
this type
you're
of sabotage.
but you're a man. That's what you're doing. You're doing what every guy does, but you're not afraid to tell the world what we do.
Do you think a lot of guys do that too?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, that makes me feel better.
I think you're just a human being.
Yeah, because I beat myself up for that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's when I go, "You fucking pussy, you fucking pussy."
Oh, I used to do that all the time. All the time. Oh, she was into you. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
have, like,
yeah. You're
I'd have
stupid. She
audible
gave me clear signs.
conversations.
Yeah.
In the car, I'd look at myself in the rearview mirror. You know better than that.
Do you want to know how much of like a pussy I was? Like I was at Hermosa Beach at Sharky's, and there was this really hot girl
Sharky.
who was like a little shorter, Jewish, very attractive. Jewish girls are so hot to me. And then like I found out she was Jewish, and then I did this thing. This was like 9 years ago when I think I was still a virgin. Almost 10 years ago I was still a virgin. And then she says 20, and then 21. Yeah, I was still a virgin. No, I did have sex. Sorry, I had sex, but I wasn't good at it. So I might as well have been a virgin. But then, so she's like, I'm Jewish, and then without thinking, I said what I would, what I was just thinking. I was like, oh well, then it's not a good idea if we had kids because then our child will be fucked because it'd have a big ass nose and tiny ass eyes. And she laughed. And then
That's hysterical.
I'm in the bar.
The image of that.
I
is
know,
so
right?
Funny.
Because the caricature
Yeah.
of the
It's a
like,
caricature.
right, just super like that.
It's like
and then
Pinocchio eating a warhead.
exactly. And then she's I'm in the bar area, and then she was next to me. I didn't really know that, but she was next to me. But then I kind of saw peripheral. I was like, oh, she's next to me. Okay, cool. But I acted like here's another thing that nice guys do: feign disinterest. Because of fear of putting themselves out there. So I totally acted like I didn't care, even though I was super like into her. And then she was poking me, trying to get my attention for like 5 minutes. And I ignored it. I acted like I didn't feel it.
You watched way too much Dawson's Creek, dude. You are.
I only know the song.
Oh.
Is that the song?
I don't want to wait. Yeah.
For our lives to be over. I don't know.
That's it. You got it. No, yeah, but like you have that high school jock mentality with a nice guy mixed in. You're like a marble cake. You know what a marble cake is? It's like you're a marble cake.
Oh, so you can clearly see the confliction.
Yeah, there's clear.
I'm fucked up, dude. Like,
but I love it.
I'm getting a little bit better, but it's pretty bad, dude. Like I clearly care.
Yeah,
but they don't fucking know. I'll say that, and then I'm like, I pull back immediately, like, no. Like, what else is more obvious than you're at a bar?
And
I make a joke about us
by a chick,
and she's in my ribs. Like,
oh,
saying,
that is a definite.
I'm here,
like
a
to me.
cute poke. And here's what happened. Then once it stopped, then I look and I'm like, hey, where did she go?
She's talking to someone else.
She was talking to somebody else, and then it was a white guy, and I said, "Oh, you know what? It's because I'm Asian. That's why." You see, she was clearly into me, but then I
know the answer to the problems.
What?
Fuck white guys, dude.
It's all their fault.
I mean, the story before this one: tall white guy talking to the Swiss chick,
and you, tall white guy, at my fucking mom's house.
Yeah, is your mom here?
No, none of my family's here.
They're
not here for many hours. That's why I do Sundays at this time because I go to church.
That.
Yeah. So we have plenty of time to do it. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I'm hearing shit. Oh, we're good. So yeah,
they're at church right now.
Yeah, and then they're not here for like a couple hours. So
what church do they go to?
Well, my mom goes to TFPC. I used to go to that church, but they had like half the adult leaders in the congregation got into a fist fight with the other half, and the police had to come years ago. So they like split up and it got smaller. And then that's when it just changed. So a bunch of old Korean men who can't fight, just like swinging on each other.
For Jesus.
For Jesus, yeah. Korean men are very angry people. Okay. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
No, I said sorry because I was like, wait, is this still recording? No, in this.
What if it hadn't recorded?
I know. What if mine didn't record the whole time?
What if this wasn't a podcast? You just invited people over on Sundays and you made them think.
Oh yeah, like this is never on, or at least if it's on, it's just like a picture, a colored photo of.
So funny. That would be
insane.
Funny.
That would be fucking insane. By the way, I don't have, no, but you're right. I do have kind of an inferiority complex to like white dudes at times.
You shouldn't.
At times.
You shouldn't.
Actually, a lot of times. Like as soon as there's a white guy and then there's like a girl that's talking to me and then he's talking to her, I'm like, I lost. I did that at the fucking meetup too. I was talking to the bar, the bottle service girl. She was super hot, walking around in a circle. I don't know if she was bottle service, but she was so hot. I was like, I have to talk to her. So I talked to her and she said, oh, I work here. I was like, oh, you do? Oh shit. I was like, and we're talking nonstop and we're connected on anime and all this stuff. And then she's like, oh, we're talking for like maybe 5-10 minutes and she had to, go make her rounds again.
Yeah, of course.
And then I look back like later, tall white guys talking and they're both laughing. And I was like, oh no, I lost. I'm not going to ask for a number.
You're a good looking dude. Why do you do that?
I have a hard time saying that. I don't know.
You're a good looking dude. You have nice arms.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You have nice arms.
Well,
that you have.
I cover mine, so you don't know that for sure.
Now I'm making me insecure. Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, don't. No, I don't. No.
Now you're like, go. Yeah, and here's what happened.
You walk me out, you look out your window, I'm just doing push-ups.
I know, right? Shit, you fucking suck, you motherfucker. You fucking suck. So then, like, at the end, after like 30 minutes of me staying there before I leave, I go up to her. I was like, hey, it was good talking to you. And she's like, yeah. And then she did a thing where, hey, by the way, if you come back and you need bottle service, just ask for Ari and I'll hook you up, okay? And I knew in the back of my head what that meant. She was saying like she knew I wouldn't get. I told her like I was like, yeah, I'm broke. I would never get bottle service. Like no, and she's like, yeah, I know nobody here would because this is like a meetup thing. I know that, but I still have to kind of try it with other people. But she wasn't trying with me, so basically I sabotaged myself there. And then as I was leaving, I was like, you could have got her number.
Look at Wednesday as just this. You're hanging out with the guys. Yeah. You're going to a karaoke bar. What's your song?
Just the two of us, Bill Withers, Grover Washington Jr.
Are you going to duet it? Or
it's
we can make it if
we try.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, because one guy's a singer, one guy's the guy that made the instrumentals. It's not.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's my song. And then Michael Bublé, Haven't Met You Yet.
I love the boobs.
I went to his concert last year.
The Christmas one or just a concert?
Concert.
At the Honda Center?
Yeah.
I heard it was great.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, just look at Wednesday as a Bublé concert.
Yeah.
And you're Michael. See who I did there?
Kim
Blay.
Kim Blay.
Wednesday's going to be fun, dude.
It is.
Maybe I'll go. In a trench coat.
What the fuck?
There's a creepy guy in a trench coat and a top hat just sitting, staring at us.
His hair.
It's coming through the hat.
His hair. Okay, I feel like we're gonna talk for like fucking 5 hours, so we'll just end it.
At Easton Gage.
At Easton Gage, yeah, guys. This has been a great time with my good friend Easton Gage.
Thanks for having
me. Or how do you say?
Hajjaj.
Hajjaj. He is Syrian.
I'm Syrian.
He's Syrian, and he's serious about that. And his middle name is Bull, Easton Bull.
Easton Bull.
Hajjaj. All right, guys. This has been a Set Breaker podcast. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Yeah.
Do I say something too? Yeah. Yeah. Do we do that at the same time?
Yeah.